I don't know what that was. Yes, the mosquito bite remains. Yes, I know. I am aware it looks like herpes. Anyway, you guys, all joking aside, today I didn't have anything to upload today, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to put something out there for my subs. I want to put something out there for you guys because I love to entertain you guys, and some of you seem to be pretty big fans of my content, which makes me very happy to know that some people out there like what I put out. That's good to know. So I decided today I would go ahead and talk about a movie. Now, I wanted to get this out this month because this is, the spooky month, so to speak. This is Halloween and all this kind of stuff. So, without further ado, let's talk. In this episode 3 of Movie Talk, we're going to be talking about what is said to be the scariest movie of all time. And when we're talking about all time, we're talking about since the beginning of film. This movie, made in 1973, long before I was even born, or possible for that matter. This movie came out, and it was called The Exorcist. And to this day, it is still deemed the scariest movie of all time. You gotta remember, 1973, as opposed to 2012, it's night and day, they're uncomparable. You can't compare them. They have nothing in common. The music, culture and all that kind of stuff is completely different than it was in 1973. 1973 was completely different from what is here today. So, a movie like, if The Exorcist came out today, people would talk about it and say, you gotta see it, it's a hell of a movie, but they're not going to go to the point of it having the controversy, so to speak, that The Exorcist did when it released in 1973. Well, originally released. They've re-released it in the theaters a couple times after that. I know that The Exorcist, it was banned in multiple countries for its extreme anti-religious views. And what I mean by that, it's not an anti-religious movie. It was pretty much the ultimate battle between good and evil, if you will. You had a little... Sorry, my leg itches. You had what was she in the movie? 12-year-old girl, I believe. 12-year-old girl who was possessed by a demon named Pazuzu, who claimed to be the devil himself, which obviously he wasn't actually Satan, Lucifer, whichever you choose to call him, but was a very, very strong, evil, and powerful demon. Possesses this innocent little girl, Reagan McNeil, and, well, film-wise, the rest is history. If you've never seen The Exorcist, I cannot stress enough how much you have to see this movie. I have to very much discourage you if you're scared of movies, scary movies. If you've seen, the usual scary movie like, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Child's Play even, you got all these different horror movies, and if those horror movies scared you to the point where you just cannot watch those type of... I have an aunt, and she can't watch horror movies at all. It doesn't matter what it is. I believe the last horror movie she saw, I believe she told me, was when A Nightmare on Elm Street first came out. That's how long it's been since she's watched a horror movie. So you're talking about, almost 30 years since she's watched a horror movie, because they just scare her that bad. And there's people out there that are really like that. They can't watch horror movies. So if you're that extreme, I can't stress enough how much to stay away from this movie, because all those movies look like cartoons compared to this movie. Even from 1973 to 2012, this movie still holds up. The special effects are outstanding. I mean, way ahead of their time. To say they were ahead of their time is an understatement. It has some of the most memorable lines of all time that I can think of just off the top of my head. Yes, I smacked myself. Just off the top of my head. What a wonderful day for an exorcism, as the demon said when Damien Karras walked in to interview him, the demon inside her. When Damien Karras introduces himself to her, I'll just say him, but you get what I'm saying. It's the devil, well, not the devil, but the demon inside Regan. So if I say him, that's who I'm talking about. When Damien Karras introduces himself to him, to the demon, and says, hi, I'm Damien Karras, and, at this point, Regan has been secured to the bed. She's been strapped down to keep herself from being able to wander the house and cause harm to people in the house, like the housekeeper, the maid, and et cetera, et cetera. And to also keep her from hitting herself, scratching herself like she had before. It was fully known that it was a, big time, full-on exorcism. And when he introduces himself and he goes, and I'm the devil, now kindly undo these straps. You talk about, of course, the most recognized things that everybody always says in the movie is the head spins when she turns her head all the way around, and the spider walk. Those are the moments in that movie that I hear are the scariest to people, and I completely agree. They are the most disturbing of all time. I don't really want to give too much away. If you've seen the movie, you know what it's about. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch that movie. I don't care how you see it, you gotta watch it. The Exorcist, perfect time to watch it. I may watch it on Halloween. I have it on Blu-ray, so I'll be able to have all that HD green throw up in my face. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Movie Talk. And if you want any suggestions of me, any movie or movie series or movies you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below, and I'll put it up as soon as possible. Anyway, this is Z. Keith Carnes. Please, if you have any suggestions, lay them on me, and I will see you guys the next. I'm going to bed. I'm fucking tired, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a new episode of Unsolved Mystery Talk. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Okay, you can tell I'm really tired. I'm kind of getting hyper. No, but seriously, I'm so fucking tired. Anyway, you guys, I gotta go. I keep talking. Peace.